It shouldn't be hard to know where to begin when something as barbaric and brutal occurs, like what happened on October 7th in Israel. Hamas carried out a butchering, a slaughter, a kidnapping of innocent civilians. This should be morality 101 for you. This should be easy for you to denounce what Hamas has done. It should be simple. Hamas is responsible for one of the most brutal attacks targeting civilians in human history. Holocaust survivors meeting their end by more anti-Jewish belief systems like that which can be found in the Quran, in Islam. And a lot of people don't know this because they haven't read the Quran. They haven't studied Islam. Quran 265, 560, 7, 166. Allah turned Jews into apes and swine. Quran 2, 216. Allah requires Muslims to undertake armed jihad. Quran 3:28. Muslims to not befriend non-Muslims. Quran 4:88 to 89. Muslims not to take disbelievers for friends. Kill them where you find them. Quran 9:5. Fight and kill disbelievers where you find them. Quran 9:29. Kill Jews, Christians, and unbelievers. Now I can already hear the whataboutism in the comment section. What about the Bible? What about Christianity? Yeah, that's shit too. It's all shit. Can't be taken seriously. Should be denounced. Islamophobia? What? You should fear this ideology because it directly wants to kill you. For the people who are out there tearing down posters of missing people who were kidnapped by Hamas, the terrorist group, I want to believe that you are not as immoral as your actions would indicate. I want to believe that you are doing this because due to some kind of impulse, some eye for an eye morality impulse that helps you feel satisfaction in aiding Palestinians who you feel are underrepresented. But I really want to appeal to a certain part of your sentimentality. How would you feel if it was the closest, most cherished loved one to you that was the missing person? And that putting out a poster might get someone to connect with a video they saw online and that poster and get into contact with you and give you some useful information. How would you feel if people were going around tearing down posters of your loved one who had been kidnapped by a terrorist group? And if you say you wouldn't feel anything, then I would suggest you might be incapable of feeling. If you say you would feel like there must be a very good reason why someone would tear that poster down of my loved one, then I would ask you to try and imagine what reason would justify that. what reason available to the landscape of possibilities would warrant tearing down that missing persons poster of a child, of a mother, of a brother? That level of imagination escapes me. I can't imagine it. We must stop tearing missing persons posters down. We must stop playing into the hands of terrorists. We must support those who have been targeted by terrorists. We also must support civilians and the effort to mitigate civilian casualties in times of war and conflict. There's a difference between specifically targeting civilians and attempting to mitigate civilian casualties through roof knocking, leaflets, and other methods. I have noticed a deep confusion between antisemitism and Islamophobia. Antisemitism is in reference to Jewish people. Islamophobia attempts to equate criticism of Islam with hate for Muslims. I don't hate Muslims. Any person I know who criticizes Islam doesn't hate Muslims either. If you are a rational person that cares about the well-being of humanity, you should have some fear of Islam. If you are not Muslim, you are the enemy of Islam. Islam is not a welcoming, open, friendly ideology. It is one that orders the killing of Jews, Christians, and non-believers. If you think the Bible is bad and scary, go study the Quran for a bit. You're going to find that it is at least as bad, if not worse, with regards to the well-being of all people. The right course of action here is to maintain pressure on the terrorists and to bring them to justice, and to bring justice to the people who were slaughtered on October 7th. This must be done with the safety of the Palestinian civilians as a top priority.